Muskan. Welcome to Spotlight. I am Sakshi Sharma from BuzzInContent.com, and I'll just quickly introduce you to our viewers as well. So, digital creator Muskan Chanchlani has joined us today. Who's a well-known face on Instagram. Apna content, she has been creating content around lifestyle, beauty, fashion, and much more. So to begin with, Muskan, आप अपनी जर्नी के बारे में बताइए कैसे वीडियोस बनानी स्टार्ट करी हैं and what inspired you to make these videos?
So I think, first of all, hi everyone. Hi, how are you? And so I started making videos 6 years ago. And I started when I was in my second year of college, second year of degree, first year or second year of degree college. I honestly don't remember. It's been too long. And I just always knew that I wanted to be in front of the camera somehow. But believe it or not, I am not a good actor. And I realized that at a very early age, but I wanted to do something beauty related. I was the kind of tomboy that you see, like, Anjali from Kuch Hota Hai, where I hated nail paint, hated makeup, hated everything. But then slowly my sister had once told me ki tera bhi time aayega. So from that, I transitioned into this person who was obsessed with makeup and skincare. So I was like, okay, there are going to be a lot of girls like me who don't know things about where to start, basically, because I didn't. And since then, I wanted to start. I started watching YouTube when I was 13. I started obsessing with beauty videos. I started obsessing with Kaushal, Kathleen Lights, all these beauty gurus. And Tati and all of these people. I was like, I want to do this. But now I was really scared of the camera. So when I started my degree college, I got in for KCBMM and they had a course called TV anchoring. And like for their journalism, where two journalists from Ajkal were heading this course, and they were just teaching us how to interview people and how to be on camera and everything. And the only reason I took that course was because I wanted to get used to being in front of the camera. And I told these guys very clearly that, okay, I don't want to be a journalist. I just want to get acquainted with the camera, and I just want to, be okay with it. And on the last day of the course, they made me interview Alia Bhatt, imaginary Alia Bhatt, where our sir was actually pretending to be her. And it was quite funny. But at the end of it, both our teachers were like, you know what, now you're ready, go make your YouTube channel. And I think that is where it started. That was a very long introduction of how I started.
It's good that the viewer should also know from where did you start exactly. और आपको क्या लगता है कि आपकी वीडियोस ग्रेजुअली कैसे वायरल होनी शुरू हो गई? मतलब कुछ तो वर्क किया होगा ना इंस्टाग्राम पे स्पेशली.
I think what worked for me, Instagram तो बहुत बाद में आया. I started mainly as a YouTuber because back then YouTube was more important. Instagram तब भी was वो ज्यादा अपने फ्रेंड्स में और वो एक पर्सनल ऐप था back then. But YouTube was bigger and YouTube was the main focus for, especially with fan fests happening, where YouTube was giving new creators opportunities. So YouTube was my main focus. And I think what worked with me was there was only a set of 5 or 6 girls जो ये कर रहे थे. And then I think what worked for me was my fresh perspective, where I was actually a 17-year-old doing this. And wahan pe, I think I connected more with people, with audience my age.
Okay.
If you know what I mean. And I started with college looks. I started with no makeup looks. So my makeup has always been very subtle. It's not like shadi glam all the time. It has been over the time, but even now मैं उतना ज़्यादा वो शादी वाला types नहीं करती हूँ. I keep it very simple so that people can actually learn something from it. And over time, I think Instagram, during COVID, Instagram बढ़ा. And that is when I started focusing on Instagram. Where I also had to create content for Instagram because वहाँ पे भी grow करना था. Now YouTube ने backseat ले ली है और Instagram main focus हो गया. So it's always changing. But I think what works for me is my connect with my audience since day one.
Okay, so मतलब how do you engage with your audience? कुछ ऐसा करती हैं आपकी audience से engaging भी अच्छी रहे, वो आपके content में भी interested रहे?
So I've always tried to do a healthy mix of beauty, skincare, and entertainment. I remember somebody from the Meta's team told me that you are the only creator who has managed to bring comedy and beauty together. Where I will make beauty videos 10 months of the year, but then बीच में अगस्त आ जाता है, रक्षाबंधन आ जाता है, and I start creating थोड़ा fun content with my brother or with my other cousins. So I think that is my healthy, that is how I keep everybody happy. Not trying to like be, I'm not trying to brag here, but I think that is how I keep my balance. कि beauty करते रहो, but बीच बीच में entertainment is also very important to keep the audience engaged. Other than that, मैं बहुत giveaways करती हूँ. I do a lot of Q&As on my stories. So I try to maintain that, like that connect with my audience directly, which is missing if you see from a lot of bigger creators or celebrities or Bollywood stars. The reason why people like content creators is because they are approachable. So for me, it is very important to be approachable.
Okay. तो ऐसा कौन एक कंटेंट क्रिएटर है who inspires you the most?
Can I say my brother? I mean, गलत होगा ना अगर मैं नहीं बोलूं मेरा भाई, but no, he genuinely inspires me a lot. And वो कितना भी थक जाता है, वो तो भी काम के बारे में सोच रहा होता है, you know. And he inspires me a lot. If you come to beauty, Kaushal really inspired me to start what I do. And I just really liked her content, where it was all beauty, but it was also so positive and fresh. She wasn't like trying to shove content down people's mouths. She was just herself. And I think that inspired me. Other than that, my brother definitely inspires me every day. His level of creativity and his level of just the dedication towards what he is beautiful. And he started his journey not as somebody who wanted to gain a lot, you know. He didn't start it as a business. He started it as a passion. Until today, I think wo dikhta hai. So that inspires me. His passion towards his work inspires me. And yeah, I think now a lot of younger creators inspire me too. कितना content बनाते हैं लोग, कितना creativity करते हैं. So I think they inspire me a lot.
All right. And if we talk about paid partnerships, तो आप personal के brands कैसे choose करती हैं जिनके लिए आप काम करती हैं, and what criteria do you look for when you are deciding on a brand deal?
I honestly look for ingredients. I will tell you an incident. There was एक brand थी जिसके साथ मैं काम करने वाली थी, and वो लोग ने मुझसे बहुत ज़्यादा ingredient list छुपाने की कोशिश की. Brief, they just, उनको सिर्फ चाहिए था कि मैं brand deal confirm करूँ, and then we'll talk about everything else. Turns out it was a skin lightening serum, let's say. And I was strictly against कि मुझे ingredients जानने हैं, मुझे सब जानना है, मुझे background जानना है before getting into the collaboration. And they were trying to hide it a lot. But then जो agency, this was I think 4 years ago now, but जो agency involved थी, I got them in between. I told them कि भाई मुझे ingredients देखने हैं. How can I go ahead without knowing what is in the product? And then when I eventually read about it, turned out to be a skin lightening treatment, which I am against. I am really, really against. I think since then, my scanning process has been checking ingredients and reading about ingredients and doing collaborations with safe products that will suit most skins. You know, they say, Abhi, if there's an exfoliator that might suit me, but might not suit you, I would try to skip it. Because people don't see the disclaimer when they see a content creator promoting something. And it is very important.
Right. So, आपको क्या लगता है, to maintain a healthy relationship between brands and digital creators, what should brands do अपने part में, and what should digital creators do?
I think I will start with what brands should do. Brands को honestly थोड़ा creative freedom देना चाहिए, because आज एक content creator जानता है कि उनके लिए क्या चल रहा है. उनके लिए क्या चल रहा है. When a brand gives you a script, it is very hard to do anything around that script. So I think brands should give a little more creative freedom to creators, and creators should be more open to including the brand, you know, where हमको समझना चाहिए कि they are paying us, तो हमको वो करना है जो उनको चाहिए, but in our way. So it is a give and take from both sides. Like one shouldn't be a dominant part. दोनों को equally समझना चाहिए कि it's a collaboration.
Okay. So in addition to brand deals, what are some other forms of income one generates as a content creator?
Okay, so other than brand deals, there is YouTube income, which is not a lot in India. I swear, अगर हम ये सब creators US में होते या किधर और होते, तो life would have been very different because YouTube pays outside India differently and यहाँ पे बहुत कम है. So it is hardly anything from YouTube. Other than that, there are affiliations. E-commerce websites have affiliations where you generate your link and people will, if people buy through your link, they will get you will get some commission out of it. There are affiliations, there are these two I think are main, where the app is paying you or the brand is paying you to sell their product.
Okay, so if we talk about generating income from elsewhere, बहुत सारे influencers अपना brands भी launch कर रहे हैं अब gradually. So are you thinking in that direction?
I honestly really was. At 21, I think I spoke to Viraj Sheth and I told him that at 25, I want my own brand. I'm turning 25 in 4 months and I don't think right now it is going to happen. I don't want to say nahi hoga because I don't know what life has in plan for me. But I really think the market is really saturated right now. एंड ऐसे में न्यू प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च करना, वो क्रेडिबिलिटी बिल्ड करना बहुत टाइम लगता है, बहुत इन्वेस्टमेंट लगती है. बट आई रियली थिंक देयर आर गुड इनफ प्रोडक्ट्स इन द मार्केट. जिस दिन आई हैव एन आइडिया ऑफ अ प्रोडक्ट दैट इजंट इन द मार्केट, बिकॉज राइट नाउ देयर इज एवरीथिंग एंड देयर आर प्रोडक्ट जो आप सोच भी नहीं सकते हो कि ये एक प्रोडक्ट हो सकता है, वो भी ऑलरेडी मार्केट में है. सो द डे आई हैव लाइक अ जीनियस आइडिया कि ओ शिट दिस इज मिसिंग is when I would think that ऐसे ही I don't think I will just start a brand of like basic beauty products because there's enough. And yeah.
Okay, so all the best to you for that.
Thank you. I hope one day it happens, but I can't say for sure.
Okay. So what is your opinion on performance-based compensation for brands, like where you are paid based on the success of your content and the number of sales it generates?
Okay, I think it's important. It definitely is important. आज ब्रांड बहुत ज्यादा व्यूज को लेके कंसर्न है, where इतने व्यूज मिनिमम चाहिए, इतना ये चाहिए. But also, I think the fact what the brand should see is, instead of the views and the clicks, you should see if the creator matches the quality of your brand. And if it should be more about, okay, so and so creator suggests my product, so and so creator uses my product, rather than seeing how much is somebody selling. Because at the end of the day, we're not salespeople. You know, a lot of people think like that. A lot of brands also think like that we've now become digital sales women and salesmen. But वैसा नहीं है. You know, we're trying to share knowledge about something. So it is okay, I think, in some cases where the brand is more concerned about the views and the engagement and the clicks and the buys. And in some cases, I think with bigger brands, the case is, okay, it's not about the views, it's about the quality of your creator or your content. And I think it's okay. Abhi jaisa hai, chal raha hai. But if I had to change something, I would genuinely change the whole business aspect of it a little bit. You know, where you think more about the quality and not about the quantity of how much you're selling.
Right. So if we talk about brand deals and when you are working with personal care brands and their products, आप authenticity अपने content का कैसे maintain रखती हैं? मतलब, is it difficult? How do you go about it?
I honestly keep it as natural as possible. I will not go and do something that I normally don't do. Like if I have a brand of, say, colorful eyeshadows, I will still create a very simple yet colorful look. I will not try to do something completely new, because आज अगर मैं कुछ अलग ही कर देती हूँ तो my audience will be like, oh, ये तो ये इंसान है ही नहीं. ये तो ये इंसान regularly है ही नहीं, but then only for the brand she's doing this. So I always try to integrate the brand into even if I have like a skincare product, I will genuinely try to include it in my skincare and where it fits. I have dry skin, I have acne prone skin. So abhi samajhne ki baat hai that I will not promote oily skin products, which is true, because that is it doesn't work for me. And I think what I'll tell you one thing. Initially, when us girls. I think I'm from the second generation of YouTubers, but even the first generation of YouTubers, beauty creators, had this disclaimer in the description box. What suits me may not suit you, or what suits my skin may not suit your skin. And I think that is so important. Today creators only look at it as a business point of view, but you don't understand कि आज कोई 16 साल की लड़की आपको देख के कोई प्रोडक्ट खरीदने जा रही है. She also needs to understand कि okay, if it worked for her, जरूरी नहीं है कि it works for me. And also we get products for free, but here people actually spend their money.
Right.
And so it has to be a proper, it has to be a guidance and not like a pushy. If you need it, you create a need for the product basically. अगर आपको जरूरत है, if you have dry skin, you go for this product. If you have acne prone skin, go for this product. ये नहीं कि it works for every skin type, even when I know कि it doesn't.
Right. So आपको लगता है कि while you're maintaining the authenticity, brands not willing to work with creators because आप इतना ज़्यादा description उसमें डाल रहे हैं, which is good for your viewers and for your followers, तो उससे कुछ brand needs पे फर्क पड़ता है?
Honestly, no. At the end of the day, I decide what I want to work with and who I want to work with and what, because I am, again, coming back, I am not a saleswoman. I am actually a creator who's sharing my life online. And at the end of the day, it's my choice. And I think every creator should look at it like that, it's a collaboration. It's a give and take between the brand and the creator. It's not just the brand giving a creator business. It's not just the creator bringing the brand into the video. It's a collaboration, and that वो बीच में आके मिलना बहुत जरूरी है when you are deciding क्या product use करना है and क्या नहीं.
Right. So how do you measure the success of your content and your brand partnerships, and what matrix do you consider is important for that?
I mean, of course, we have to look at link clicks, but I also see how many people engage with it. When I am putting up a content, when I am putting up a piece of content, या अगर मैं story डाल रही हूँ, the brand would honestly judge with the views and the link clicks. But I would honestly judge with how many people DM'd me about it, how many people commented on it. Say if I'm putting up a picture in a dress, how many people actually DM'd me to ask me where is the dress from. That shows me the interest. कि ऑडियंस का इंटरेस्ट कितना है, वो उससे ही पता चलता है when they actually go out of their way to engage with you.
Okay. So lastly, I would like to ask, how has live blogging impacted your audience? और आपको क्या लगता है कि उससे engagement पे क्या फर्क पड़ता है आपकी?
Live blogging as in vlogging?
Right.
Vlogging, I think Today, I think vlogging is booming. The vlog industry is blooming because people want to know what is happening in your life every day. बहुत बार ऐसा होता है where you show them that is not common, so then it becomes aspirational for the audience. बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि you are just a normal person, and that is where the audience builds connect with you. And then it's a mix of both. Some days you have extraordinary days, some days you have ordinary days. I think vlogging in today's world is booming for that particular reason, where people are interested in seeing what is happening in your life. And I think vlogging is coming back. I'm starting to create more vlogs and create more daily regular type of content. I'm trying to be more active on my stories, where I can actually show people what is actually going on behind the scenes, and not just okay, my life is all rainbows and sunshines. So I think that is vlogging is very interesting to me, and vlogging is successful. I think a lot of vloggers have made it so big by just authentically being themselves.
Right. So thank you so much, Muskan, for talking.
And thank you.
It's wonderful having you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I hope it was good.
It was great.